weeks ago, I know Dion Sanders mentioned that he wants to meet with you, sort of give you a lay of the land on Shadur. Is that something that you're planning on doing at any point, and what are maybe the benefits to actually have that conversation?
Well, first of all, I can't wait. You know, first of all, got a lot of respect for Coach Sanders, obviously as a player, but also what he's done as a coach. And obviously he's done a great job with Shadur as a father. I'm open anytime he wants to meet. He said he was going to come, but he had a commercial. So if he just lets me know where the next commercial shoot is, I'll be there. I'll show up. I really am looking forward to it. I got a ton of respect for him, and I got a ton of respect for Shadur because all he's done since I've been here is work. That's all he's done is compete. He was here early in the off season. Hell, he bought me a horse head. I mean, tried to, cheese up to me early. So I think, which is really cool. I think it's been great.
Todd Monken just disproved every claim made by the Cleveland media. For Shadur Sanders, he is personally traveling to meet Coach Prime. Now, the same reporters who made fun of Dion for requesting a seat at the table are silent. Karma doesn't issue a warning. Did the Cleveland media unknowingly give Shadur Sanders the greatest validation of his career? We are going to go over every detail and reveal exactly who said what when they thought no one was watching. So please share your thoughts in the comments section and stay put. Todd Monken did more than simply respond to a query. He said something. Monken did not hesitate, dodge, or give some ambiguous political non-answer when the reporter asked if he intended to meet with Dion Sanders, as coaches typically do in order to avoid controversy. He said he couldn't wait while looking straight ahead. Every Cleveland media fraud should be choking on those 3 words alone when they write columns, record segments, and make sarcastic jokes about Dion Sanders' desire to be involved in his son's career. In addition to being one of the greatest athletes in history, Monken expressed his profound respect for Coach Prime as a father who has given his all to prepare Shadur for this precise moment, and as a coach who has created something genuine. The possibility that the Cleveland Browns head coach would openly and enthusiastically embrace Dion's involvement was never taken into consideration by those who spent months portraying it as an interference, an ego trip, or a circus. They are aware that their credibility will suffer greatly as a result of that calculation error. The detail hidden within Monken's response is what makes this even more damaging for the haters. Dion Sanders was prepared to travel already. He had already promised to be there. Dion Sanders is so focused on his son's future that he was actively planning time to travel and meet with the coaching staff. The only reason it hadn't happened yet was a commercial shoot. Furthermore, Monken did not react with annoyance or apathy when he learned that the meeting had been postponed. He said he would be there if Dion told him the location of the next shoot. An NFL team's head coach offered to go to a commercial set to meet the father of a player. Hold on to that. The same media outlets that portrayed Dion as an outsider going too far never anticipated that the coach would completely reverse the situation and pursue the meeting on his own. This is not a father pleading for permission. This coaching staff understands that Dion Sanders is valuable, insightful, and provides Shadur with a level of preparation that most NFL quarterbacks never get from anyone in their corner. Then Monken continued speaking, and everything he said from that point on sealed the deal.
Browns OTAs, take a look at this dime of a touchdown throw to Isaiah Bond. Ooh, that's a dot. Right in the bread basket. That's how, Isaiah Bond been showing out. Isaiah Bond has been showing out. He damn near been looking like the best receiver in all of OTAs. We're going to keep it real. No matter if it was Deshaun throwing him the ball, Shadur, Isaiah Bond has been a standout in OTAs, straight up and down. We'll look at it one more time, and then we got a couple other passes from Shadur, man. He lit it up. That's a hell of a throw, man. That's a hell of a ball. Then we could take a look at this here. Touchdown pass to Jerry Jeudy. That's a good catch, Jerry.
He claimed that Shadur has only worked since coming. He is only engaged in competition. Early in the offseason, He was pushing himself in the building before anyone asked him to. He even gave Monken a horse head as a present, which seems absurd until you consider what it stands for. That is a young quarterback who, despite intense public pressure, manages to establish a sincere human connection with the man calling his plays, in a completely new setting with a new coaching staff. Emotional intelligence is that. Self-awareness is that. That competitor is aware that relationships are just as important as reps, and that football is not played in a vacuum. The smile that accompanied Monken's description of it as really cool said it all. Shadur and this coaching staff have a genuine bond. It is expanding, and it will be a complete revelation when Monken and Dion finally sit down in the same room. Because of the impending alignment of two men who both firmly believe in Shadur. Furthermore, the doubters are powerless to prevent what will happen next. The tape is truthful. On that OTA field, Shadur made the kind of throws that inspire confidence in an organization's draft choices. There was absolutely no doubt or possibility that a defender could stop one of Isaiah Bond's perfectly placed throws. The receiver was the only one who could get the ball where it landed. That is not fortunate. That is not a flash that happens only once. That quarterback has spent months developing something genuine and indisputable in the weight room, on the practice field, and in the film room. Those who questioned whether Shadur belonged at this level, whether he could manage an NFL system, and whether Cleveland made a mistake throughout the offseason, should sit down and watch this tape repeatedly until they grasp what precision truly looks like. This quarterback is acting confidently, commandingly, and like a man who belongs right where he is. These OTA's breakout star has been Isaiah Bond, and Shadur is directly related to that narrative. Bond was making plays regardless of who was throwing. However, things changed when Bond ran his route and Shadur had the ball in his hands. The connection appeared to be instantaneous. The timing appeared to be precise. In addition to being accurate, the throw was a fantastic illustration of a quarterback having faith in his receiver and delivering the ball before the window had completely opened. The picture became even clearer when Jerry Jeudy received the touchdown pass. Shadur is using more than one weapon to develop chemistry. He's making everyone around him appear dangerous by spreading it throughout the receiver room. A true franchise quarterback does just that. He does more than just improve himself. Alongside him, he elevates every individual on that field.
Talk to me. What about that really nice touchdown pass from Shadur to Isaiah in the 2-minute drill? What was your reaction to your thoughts to that?
Well, I mean, it's a piece of the practice, right? It's a piece of the practice. I think Isaiah Bond has come on the last week and a half as a player, and he's still a developmental player. Shadur's really come on. I thought he had a really good day today. I thought Deshaun had a good day today. And so I thought both of those guys continue to compete. And you saw today, we've been alternating those guys. You're just not out here every day to see it. It just happened today you were out here and Shadur got a lot of the work with.
And these OTA sessions have demonstrated that Shadur is already accomplishing that at a level that no one in the Cleveland media is acknowledging. Now consider what would happen if Coach Prime and Todd Monken got together and watched precisely this kind of movie. Monken has already seen each representative. He is already aware of Shadur's contribution to the offense. However, the conversation will take a completely different turn when Deion Sanders enters the room and they go through these throws together. Dion is intimately familiar with Shadur's mechanics. He is aware of his son's reaction to pressure, his ability to read a defense, and the precise setting that makes him play football at his best. Monken is familiar with the NFL system, the defensive tactics Shadur will encounter, and the tools at his disposal. When those two minds come together over this tape, the outcome will be a quarterback development plan that is so well thought out and comprehensive that the rest of the league won't recognize it until it's too late. These OTA throws are only the start. The combination of Todd Monken and Coach Prime pushing Shadur together will ensure that the best version of him emerges and takes over, even though it hasn't arrived yet. Standing in front of that microphone, Todd Monken made a statement that the Cleveland media entirely overlooked because they were too preoccupied seeking drama that never materialized. Shadur really came on, he said. Shadur had a great day, he said. Both quarterbacks are still in competition, he said. Here's what each and every listener should know about those words, though. Monken is a former NFL offensive coordinator who is now the head coach. He doesn't give compliments carelessly. To pass the time or keep the locker room content, he doesn't stand at a podium and compliment a quarterback's performance. Todd Monken's statement that a quarterback had a great day indicates that something genuine occurred on the field. This indicates that the offense operated at the level he requires, the throws were timely, and the decisions were astute. In front of the media, his teammates, and a coaching staff that is scrutinizing every single rep at the NFL level, Shadur fulfilled that standard. This press conference is being watched in complete silence by those who predicted Shadur would falter and shrink under pressure from the competition. Then Monken revealed a detail that, if you look closely enough, tells the entire tale. He claimed that the media was only present on that specific day. Shadur received a lot of work with the ones on that specific day. That isn't arbitrary. It's not a coincidence. The quarterback who runs with the first-team offense is the one that the coaching staff invests in, develops, and gets ready to lead in NFL training environments. A quarterback is not given first-team reps out of altruism, because you think the quarterback gives your offense the best chance to perform at its best. You give them first-team reps.
With Shadur coming on so strong lately, do you feel like in your quest to have your QB depth chart perhaps set by the end of minicamp, do you think it's going to come right down to the wire for you if you're even able to do that?
Yeah, I don't even know if I will be. Each day that changes. It just does. I mean, I see what you see, right? We look at the film, and then we assess that. And again, I think both of them are doing exactly what we're asking them to do and competing like hell.
The fact that Shadur was playing with the starting unit on a day important enough for the media to attend and witness a 2-minute drill touchdown speaks volumes about the true direction of this competition, even though Monken publicly acknowledged the rotation. The majority of Cleveland's media establishment is still too devoted to their original story to acknowledge what they are truly witnessing, even though the foundation is being laid in plain sight right now. Shadur is Todd Monken's preferred quarterback. That conclusion is not based on blind allegiance to a rookie who was drafted, nor is it a stretch or a reach. It is predicated on what Monken has stated in public, how he has organized these practices, and how he discusses Shadur's growth with the kind of measured but unmistakable zeal that coaches say for players they are truly enthusiastic about. He noted that Isaiah Bond has been performing well over the past week and a half, and that Shadur's accuracy and timing are directly responsible for Bond's breakthrough. A true bond between two players growing together within the same system is demonstrated when a receiver begins to develop more quickly as a result of the quarterback passing the ball to him. Every day, Monken witnesses that growth. In crucial circumstances, he is the one who calls the periods, plans the practices, and determines who gets the important reps. He has made decisions that all point in the same direction. No one should be shocked when Shadur Sanders is officially announced as the offense's leader, because Monken has been showing the world exactly where this was headed all along. Without using a single dramatic word, Todd Monken just revealed something profound to the entire NFL community. Monken did not respond with a clear, confident yes when the reporter asked if the quarterback depth chart would be finalized by the end of minicamp. He claimed he had no idea whether that would occur. Every day, he claimed, is different. That is not the response of a coach who has already decided that a veteran should start. That is the reaction of a coach who is honest enough to acknowledge that what he is witnessing on the field is making him reevaluate his timeline as he watches something change in real time. Every time Shadur sets foot on that practice field, he is making this decision more difficult, and Monken is not trying to hide it. He is publicly confirming it while standing at a microphone. The coach is saying the exact opposite of what they have been telling their audiences. So every Cleveland media personality who spent months writing that this competition was already over should go back and listen to those words again. What Monken said regarding the timeline was not the most significant aspect of his response. It was his statement that both quarterbacks compete with everything they have and do exactly what the coaching staff requests. A head coach's compliments during a quarterback competition are not given equally unless both players are truly raising the bar. However, Shadur's recent success, which the reporter specifically mentioned and which Monken did not contest at all, indicates that the competition's momentum has a direction. In football, the player who is developing the quickest, performing at the highest level, and giving the coaching staff a feeling they did not anticipate at this early stage always has the most momentum. At the moment, Shadur is that player. Every night, Monken watches the movie. He evaluates each throw, choice, and pressure management moment. And he still can't tell you that the competition is over, despite all that film work. More can be said about that silence than about any depth chart. There is such a thing as instant karma. Todd Monken is traveling by plane to see Coach Prime. Every Cleveland media liar who made fun of this family is now seeing their own words crumble in front of them as the movie fully supports Shadur. Shadur Sanders is seated directly at the head of the table that has been turned. This channel covers every action, every moment, and every scammer who thought they could ignore this family. So if you think Shadur Sanders is going to silence every doubter in Cleveland, hit the like button and subscribe.